Hello, everybody, and welcome to the novel GCSE second GCSE Biology Live. It's so good to see so many of you here again. I'm sorry for the delay. I would recommend you going to watch the first live, which is available on the Novel GCSE YouTube channel, where we go through most of the questions. So thank you for your patience. In this live, we'll be going through the remaining questions that we were unable to answer, and we'll also be doing a fun Kahoot and set of Kahoots. Okay? There's only one page of one or two pages of questions left for the questions, so don't worry about that. Okay, so let's get started if anyone has any questions. Lovely to see you guys. Okay. So we've just got to do this milk decay required practical, and then we're going to go into some other things. So this, as I said, we've been going through all of the required practicals so far. So this one is about looking at how it breaks down, how it becomes acidic. So here's a process. You want to begin by placing 20 centimeters cubed of milk into 3 separate beakers. You then want to decide 3 temperatures that you want to investigate. So this is going to be your independent variable, the thing that you're changing. You're going to use universal indicator to determine the milk pH. Now, it could ask you, why does a pH become acidic? Why does it become lower? And you could think, okay, well, one molecule of lipid always breaks down into 3 molecules of fatty acid and glycerol. So the fatty acid is what changes the pH. That's why when milk goes bad, it becomes sour. So it's still that sort of thing. Okay, you're then going to cover each with cling film and you want to incubate it at temperature that's given. You're going to use a indicator to determine the pH after 24 hours and 48 hours and 72 hours. The pH will become lower because of the fatty acid production. What makes it break down? Well, it's the digestion topic. So I always thought that this should be in the first paper. It's a digestion topic. Enzymes break down food over time. And what happens is, as milk gets exposed to different things, it starts breaking down by itself, heat and things like that. So you put in other enzymes to make it break down. That's a good question. So you add your other enzymes, but they'll give you the enzyme that you're adding, whether it's amylase or anything like that. Hello, everybody who's coming. It's nice to see everybody here. Okay, let's move on to the next question now, which is on the next slide. Explain the production of yogurt. How is yogurt produced? Now, this links to the milk decay because, in fact, yogurt is produced through milk decaying a little bit. So the exact process is okay. So, sorry. Before we move on to that next question. Before we move on to the next question, just ways in order to improve this milk decay practical actually is worth going over. So that's what's here. So to improve, use intermediary ranges of temperatures, so more closer ranges. The average rate was initially high. They might ask that because you may be asked to draw a graph about the rate of enzyme action, and you can see it's the steepest slope at the beginning, and you may be asked why. You want to say the average rate was initially high because enzymes get energy, and as they get energy, they then collide more frequently. They're more likely to bind to the substrate at optimum temperature, but beyond this, the enzyme will denature. As I said, this seems like a paper 1 topic. However, you need to be aware of it. Okay, so going back to the production of yogurt, I know some people are freaking out, but you just have to use the information given. You would be given a bit of information about how it works, but it's literally the milk decay practical. So you've got the fermentation. And this was actually a past question, so it's worth doing. The fermentation of milk via bacteria called lactic acid bacteria, and this ferments tons of milk into a semi-solid sour food. Due to the buildup of lactic acid, yogurt has a lower pH, which prevents any other microbes from growing, and therefore it's safe to eat them. This is for the AQA exam board, but it's also applicable for Edexcel. But this question did come up once, so it's just I think maybe just be prepared for it, but they would give you a bit of information beforehand, so it's not like this is all coming from your own understanding. Okay. Next, describe two real life applications of decay today. So this could be in your peat bogs or it could be in any other system that you're aware of. So you've got sewage treatment. Sewage treatment. Sewage treatment uses decomposers to break down waste. Let me get a thicker pen, it's easier to see. To break down waste, which is through a process of biomediation. You don't necessarily need to know that in order to be released by rivers. So that's what sewage treatment does. Next, compost heap. That's another example, i.e., peat bogs. So you have your decomposers, which break down dead plant material, and that is then used in gardens as fertilizer. So all of that organic material is really useful for plants. No, this is biology. This is biology. But what happens is most people tend to revise the beginning of the topics and you end up slowing down your revision, so you end up forgetting the end of it, the last topics. By the way, make sure you watch the first live where we covered most of the questions. This is just finishing up the questions. Moving on. Describe how microorganisms in the layers of soil, you may have seen this question before, help to recycle chemicals in the dead plants. And secondly, how the chemicals are then reused by the living plants. So there are a couple of things here, and they gave you a diagram of this almost haystack and how there were microorganisms in the haystack and how the layers of soil in between them recycled the chemicals. So you've got your microorganisms, which are your decomposers, your single celled organisms, so bacteria and fungi. And then these use enzymes and they undergo respiration, they produce carbon dioxide, they release mineral ions, nitrate and phosphate. So they turn these large dead plant materials into minerals that can be used. In plants, the carbon dioxide is then diffused in, it's used by the photosynthesis, and it then makes glucose. So, this question was really difficult, and not many people got this right because it took a lot of intuition. The fact that you had to link the fact that microorganisms produced carbon dioxide in respiration to photosynthesis taking it in, and therefore that being an efficient process, you had to really make that link. Okay, the ions are then taken in by the roots via active transport, nitrate and amino acids, phosphate and DNA. So those are the uses for them. Okay, so this was 6 marks, but you can see here there's only 3 points that are made unless it continues on to the next page. But I don't think so. So there's only 3 points that are made. So it really requires you instead to really think in depth about how you can link the different processes. Think a question, a good tip for the exam, if you don't know how to answer a question, is to think, how am I good? This is for triple and combined higher, but I think this might be a triple topic for AQA. So a good tip is to think, okay, what are they asking me? What topic on the specification are they asking me to talk about? Because that can really simplify what you're being asked about. Okay. Next. Um, what is biodiversity and why is it important? The geographers should be well aware of this. So this is only a 2 marker, so not too much information. Oh, actually, because this shows both results, let's go through all of the questions. So biodiversity, bioaccumulation, and pollutant. So biodiversity is the variety, important to say that, variety of all living species of organisms on Earth or within an ecosystem. So it depends what you're talking about. Next, bioaccumulation. So bioaccumulation, this question, I remember they gave you a backstory to what the process was. So you aren't just expected to know what this term means, but you had to guess kind of from the information given. So it ensures stability by decreasing the dependence on species, toxins. Oh, that's biodiversity, sorry. So that's the second point for biodiversity. But this point, toxins that build up in living organisms. So that's what bioaccumulation is if you're asked about that. And pollutants are something that contaminates air, water, and land. So going over that again, biodiversity, the variety of all living things of organisms, it ensures stability by decreasing the interdependence on species. Bioaccumulation is toxins that build up in living systems, and so it's a negative term. And pollutant is something that contaminates air, water, or land. Yes, we'll be doing the Kahoot shortly. We're almost done with these questions. This is for triple. Okay, next. Describe the fermentation of peat, or the formation, sorry, of peat. So peat bogs, again, looking at the decomposition via microorganisms, how does it work? And remember, yep, as people are pointing out, it is a 6 marker, so you need to give some good valid points. So what you want to say, peat is formed in water-logged areas. Okay, remember when we looked back at that question, which looked at the 3 key conditions for decomposers, we looked at moisture, and that was a key aspect. So waterlogged areas that are over thousands of years old by the growth of mosses, it should be, and other plants. These plants lock away carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. So when the moss dies, waterlogged bog provides anaerobic conditions. Now, because of the anaerobic conditions and it being quite acidic, it prevents the total decomposition, and therefore peat is formed. Peat is then dried and can be used as fuel. Hello, Remy. Hello, everybody who's joining. It's lovely to see you here. So, what is the difference between it? So, peat, or also known as compost. Actually, no. No, sorry, no, don't say that. Peat is just peat. So peat and compost are kind of like different materials, is as in compost is where things start to break down by decomposers. Whereas peat, because they are in waterlogged areas, they are blocked and they have anaerobic conditions. So they have the opposite conditions to what you want, and because of that, their decomposers are unable to work, and therefore the things never get broken down. So the issue is with these that when you go, and the reason why environmentalists are always saying don't go up and dig peat is because, as we said here, you can see they lock away carbon dioxide. So there's lots of plants that lock away carbon dioxide and then they never get broken down. So that's effectively what peat is. Now, when you then go and get that peat, what happens is all of this carbon dioxide is suddenly released into the atmosphere. So that is why peat is advised against. This question is unlikely to come up in the combined, I don't think. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys learnt about this, and it should be PEAT, not PET, by the way. Never learned this in your life. Well, it's good you do, because I don't know why with biology the schools just forget some topics, and you need to learn them if you want to be able to get those top marks. These questions have come up in recent times, so you need to make sure you're aware of them, and that's the point of this live, okay? So you can make note of it otherwise. Next, where does acid rain come from? So again, people who do geography might know this. It depends on like what case studies and examples you did. So with acid rain, you've got fossil fuels. Now, fossil fuels contain what you call impurities, for example, sulfur. Now, when you burn sulfur or you combust sulfur, sulfur dioxide is formed. Okay? SO2. Well done, you guys are answering really well in the chat. Now, the sulfur dioxide is acidic and therefore it dissolves in water. Okay, now how does this sentence make sense? Well, just explaining the chemistry behind it. Remember, what is an acid? An acid is a substance that releases H plus ions in water, i.e., it dissolves in water, and therefore anything that is acidic dissolves in water, and because of that, it mixes in with the rain, and it can be quite hazardous because it kills leaves, bodies in water, soaks into the soil, destroying roots. Okay, yeah, it is similar to chemistry, isn't it? Oh no, sorry. Don't worry. That wasn't all for the 2 marker. So the first 2 points were for the first 2 marker. The second 2 points are for the second 2 marker, which is the effects of acid rain. So, oh, I guess the last point really is for that. So the 3 points at the top were for the first question. Okay. Now let's look at the next one, which is describe 3 disadvantages of deforestation. This should be a quick and easy one for you guys. The increased carbon dioxide from combustion slash and burn technique. This seems to be answering a different question. So sorry, this seems to be answering the 3 causes. So increased carbon dioxide from combustion, from lack of photosynthesis, and as decomposes break down the remaining dead vegetation. But in terms of 3 disadvantages, you can talk about how there's decreased biodiversity, it's harming the wildlife that live there, there's less carbon dioxide sinks, and the process is the slash and burn technique, which you guys may have heard. So deforestation isn't literally cutting them down with saws. What they tend to do is set it on fire, and that itself, that combustion is releasing a lot of carbon dioxide. Well done, Chidima, and well done everybody else for answering these questions. Yeah, you can talk about soil erosion as well. Yep, that's a good point to make. Okay, cool. We're now going to move on to the next question. Name some factors that affect food security. You should definitely know this if you did food in geography. So, what is soil erosion? So, soil erosion is effectively where because you're burning the soil, normally the soil becomes fertile because of vegetation falling on it and it becoming decomposing, so it becomes fertile so more things can grow. But if you're getting rid of the vegetation, then no leaves are dropping onto the soil. The soil is getting deprived of all of the nutrients, so it doesn't become fertile anymore, and then nothing else can grow. Hello everybody, hello Hafsa. I'm not Mrs. Okay, let's continue. Name some factors affected by name some factors affecting food security. So birth rate, death rate, conflict, pests and pathogens, changes in diet due to development, etc. Well done, Chidima. You're getting a lot of these. Well done. Yeah, I know. What is food security doing here? But this was a question, so it's worth going over. Let's move on to the next page. This is the last page now, guys, and then we're going to do a biology Kahoot. I'll check my emails to find that Kahoot that the wonderful person sent to me, and we'll go through that. So, this is not for foundation. You wiped out all of your geography knowledge yesterday. Okay. So, describe why more land is being used for farming and how an increase in farming has decreased biodiversity. Look at this. This was a 6 marker. Okay, so let's break this question down. So, this is actually the mark scheme answer. So, they said an increase in the population leads to an increase in food. Crops, livestock, they are needed for food. There's greater pressure on that. Crops are also used for biofuel, i.e., they're literally, for example, you grow lots of things like bamboo and then you burn it as fuel. Peat is being used. It then reduces biodiversity by deforestation, monocultures, loss of habitat, eutrophication. Now, if you don't know what eutrophication is, I think it's chemistry where you effectively fertilizers leak into rivers and literally any water body. Now, as the fertilizers leak into the rivers, what does it happen? It causes excessive growth of things like algae under the water. So lots of algae is growing, and as lots of the algae is growing, it's initially good, but then eventually the fertilizers run out. Now, as the fertilizers run out, then those algae die, and lots of them die because they can no longer survive, and therefore, as they die, a lot of decay occurs, and as a lot of decay occurs, then a lot of carbon dioxide is produced, and because so much carbon dioxide is produced, fish get what's it called? They suffocate because there's not enough oxygen in the water. So that is the process of eutrophication summed up. Okay, well, good idea, Mohammed. We'll do one on AQA and one on EdXL. Yes, you can, Toby, talk about more deforestation for more space for agriculture. Good point to make. Oh, eutrophication is biology. Okay, good point. So it's good we went over that. And by the way, guys, I do encourage. Oh, we literally had a question here about eutrophication. Okay, so I just explained it for no reason, but that's fine. We'll go over that later. I remember that. Look, all the way from my GCSE days, and I didn't even do A-level biology. Wow. Okay. Next, why are some people concerned with genetically modified rice or GM rice, or otherwise known as golden rice? And also, what are monocultures? Thank you, Sherry. So, oh, I can't turn to the next page. So, GM crops, not GM crops, GM crops could have adverse effects or hidden or unknown effects on health, causing diseases. Because remember, these things are relatively new, and because they're new, we don't know about the unprecedented dangers of having them. Exactly, well done, Tree. It may have harmful side effects in the long term. Health issues, well done, Ahana. Now, next, monocultures. So, monocultures are the agricultural practice of growing a single crop or livestock species in a field. Imagine you had an entire field, and what did you grow? You grew, let's say, strawberries. So that's the only thing you grew. Okay, and this is the idea of specialization because farmers are specializing just for that particular crop. They can then trade that in the markets and get really good at growing that crop. Next, open versus closed fish farms, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages? So a quick recap on open versus closed. Open is pretty much in the sea, as normal as you can imagine fishing would be, and then closed is in these centers where it's really small, a lot of fish are packed there, there's a lot of competition for resources, and therefore the fish become really, really strong. So there's benefits and disadvantages of both. How do plant hormones work as weed killers? That's a good question, Anosh. So effectively, what happens is they put so much of the hormones in there that it causes excess of the hormones, and that eventually kills the plant. So that's what happens. Yes, uncontrollable growth. Well done, Chidima Auxon. Next. So yeah, open versus closed fish farms. So the advantages of open is that there's clean water, there's no diseases, there's no predators, or there are predators in open fish farms. Um, the disadvantages is that there's water pollution, there's too much fertilizer, there's lack of oxygen, which could lead to eutrophication. Closed advantages, you can selectively breed fish. There's lots of fish produced because of the very short area, and you're purposely occurring that to happen. And yep, well done, unknown girl. That's very true. And then for closed disadvantages, there's no fresh water. There's very quick spread of disease, ultra specific competition. Um, yes, okay. For the owl, yeah, okay. And finally, we're going to look at the last bit, describe and explain the steps of eutrophication. So I explained that through the diagram. So you've got the accumulation of nutrients in the water caused by leaking fertilizer from careless farmers. This causes excessive algae growth. This leads to a reduction of oxygen. The fertilizers then wash in the water. That should be the first thing. The algae grows rapidly, blocking the light. The oxygen levels decrease as the microbes feed and respire. Fish and invertebrates die from the lack of oxygen and also from like carbon dioxide poisoning. Okay, so that is it for all of the questions. We've gone through 100 pages worth of questions, guys. So make sure you check out the previous live if you haven't seen that already, where we go through so many questions that commonly come up. With the first biology paper, so many of the questions came up. So you guys need to be on this. And let's get I'm going to get a Kahoot ready. So for those of you who are on TikTok, you can switch to YouTube now as I'm going to end the YouTube live. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see the TikTokers later. Yeah, I will try and send the document as soon as possible. Okay, so let me just check the my emails because somebody sent me a Kahoot. Very kind of them. So let's look at that. And thank you guys for being so patient with me despite the weird times of the lives today. I was a bit busy, but I haven't got any emails for the Kahoot. Could you re-email it? Did you send it to this email, knowwillfullearning@gmail.com? That is my email. I'll plug it in the chat. I think you may have to resend it to that one. Oh, so the genus thing. Okay, when you don't have to show it in italics. You just have to show it in capitals. You don't have to show in italics. I believe you don't. Maybe it's different. But I don't think for AQA you do. Yeah, we'll do the Kahoot. I just need the person who wanted to send it to me to send it via that link. Italics. So you just write it slanted then effectively if you have to, but I don't think you have to. Or you can underline it, but is embryo transplant the same as IVF? So Embryo transplant could be that you're putting it in a separate surrogate. So you're putting it in a separate body that's not the original mother's egg. Whereas IVF is always putting it back into your own body. But yeah, I mean, you can only really show italics if you're typing it. So, okay, let's do a Kahoot. I'll find one to do because I haven't received anything in my emails. So we'll find a biology one to do. Yes, you do shock the embryo in adult cell cloning and a small electric shock. Not the embryo, so the sticky ends of the two different components. Just go back and watch it, and I go through the process of all of them. I would recommend you watch that. It's really good. Should have been sent. Okay, let me check. Okay, I've got it. Perfect. Thank you. Let's go through this one. So somebody very kindly made a Kahoot with loads of questions, so we're going to do that. Everybody thanks Zinwolf. Very kindly made it. And I'll do multiple of these so everyone. Okay, I'll share the link in the chat. I guess I'll find a combined one for those of you who don't do triple. That's perfectly okay as well. Okay, that game is getting full up, so join this triple one if you want as well. And I will get a combined game up for those of you who do combined, and if you prefer to do that. Okay, so this is the combined one. For those of you who want to do combined, and I'll open up another triple if those of you is more for triple. So here is the link for the combined. Okay, here is another triple one for those of you asking, and if anybody else wants to join another combined, tell me, and I will start another one of those. So if anybody else wants to join the triple, there's one more on the screen now. Perfect. Okay, so what would you guys like next? Is anybody not getting into another triple or combined, or what would you like to do? The one on the screen that was combined. Okay, I think there's a triple. So this is another triple one for those. Oh, I've lost the page for. No. Okay, I'll do another triple. No, don't worry if you're late. It's okay. I'm still opening up more games for those of you who still want to play. So this is the triple. I'll put the link. Well done, Fletcher Gerald at the top there. For this, you've got Rollis 7 at the top there, Ava second. And oh, you got Vida at the top here, Mr. O second. Chid third. No, Chidima first. Well done. High second. Okay, if anybody wants to join this triple, there's one on screen now. It's almost getting full up, just 2 spaces left. Okay, that game is full up, so we're going to start that one, and there's one more. This is for combined that's available on the screen now. Well done, Layla, for having a high answer streak. Ing revision when is first, Vida is second, Dawn is third, colon dash or slash is fourth, Mr. O is fifth here. Chidam is still at the top here, well done. High is second, Luca is third, High is also fourth, and Moo is fifth. I sound like I have red hair. Oh wow. Without the dot first, Liv second, Shrey third, Sigma Gyat fourth, and T fifth. Okay. That one has Could I kick the Jude imposter? Okay. Okay. I'll start this game. I know you guys' names are so difficult to say. I can't. I've seen so many TikToks of Mr. Everything English and everyone just filming him saying cooked or some phrase related to cooked, and I find it so funny. These questions are actually really good. Thank you, Zinwolf, for creating all of them. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. Although I don't think he waffle. I mean, if he's an English teacher, Mr. Everything English, of course he's gonna have to waffle. That's his kind of his name, or his like his job. He is a really good teacher, though. I just find it funny that most teachers actually hate him. I find that crazy. I would love him if I was a teacher. I'd be like, guys, here's a resource to help you improve your grades. Oh, thank you. You guys are creating, r- giving me a really big ego. He is a teacher though, so he's probably better at English, better placed. But it's just because I got 100% at English GCSE, so I revised a lot. That's probably why it's all fresh in my head. But as a teacher, he's quite good, to be fair. Yeah, he does teach different. Okay, you guys are doing epic. Do you want me to do a leaderboard check? I can do. You've got Amina at the top there, Jim second, Mr. Brev third, Duke Dennis fourth, and Nye fifth. You got without the dot first. I'm not going to say that again. Sigma second, Una third, Liv fourth, Shrey fifth. Chidima is still at the top. Well done. High is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Luca is third. Jay is fourth. Cheese is fifth. Ingrid went first. Vida second. Dawn third. Mr. O fourth. Me fifth. I'm starting to notice certain people who are coming to a lot of the lives, so thank you guys. Ava first. Rollis 7 second. Shaylin third. Emma fourth. And Smiley Face fifth. And Snick Rats first, Fletcher second, Win Win third. Oh my god, and Jay fifth. Yeah, I do other. I do all 12 subjects actually. Well, no, I say all 12. I don't do Spanish, I don't do history, but I do all of the GCSEs I did. But I think next year onwards, I'm gonna go into GCSEs I didn't do as well, just so that there's more choice for the people, and also go into more exam boards because I know people don't just do AQA; they do Excel, WJEC, etc. So to be more open to everyone else. Yeah, I'll create the engineering video. Hello, Nurin. It's nice to see you. What am I studying? Who knows if I'm studying? Who knows if I'm not studying? I think the mystery makes it interesting. Guys, I can't even afford a PS5. I'm not going to give anyone else that. I can't even afford to upgrade to Kahoot. The second Kahoot. I did not do 12 A-levels. I know there's that girl who did like, or who's doing like a lot of A-levels, isn't she? I don't know if she's done it or not, but that's crazy. You don't like the ambiguity. Well, you're gonna have to live with it. I mean, until we get to 100k, nothing's gonna happen yet. No information will be leaked. I did give people were guessing my ethnicity in one of the lives, and I said, oh, because people were typing them out in the chat, and I was like, oh, one of them is mine, and then everyone was like trying to guess them, but I'm not giving any more clues after that. So what am I doing with my life? You're coming to a mansion. No, I don't live in a mansion. I wish. Everybody subscribe. Nurin, don't worry, you will get those top grades. If you're working hard, I think you will. Don't worry. I think there's a lot of stress placed on GCSE students, but don't worry. It's okay. You got this. And then soon you'll be enjoying that summer. Can I at least confirm if I'm South Asian? Yeah, I will. I thought you guys already knew that, but yeah, I am South Asian, but that's you guys have to, yeah. Okay, I am. But I thought you guys already knew that, to be fair, so I'll look at the leaderboards in a second. I'm 100% British. I sound British, don't I? I sound white, I think. But some of you guys have guessed from the way I say certain things. I'm not. You guys are really, really good at detectives, aren't you? You know everything. You can't hide anything on the internet. I sound like Naomi Scott. I don't know who that is, but I hear myself back in my videos and I'm like, oh my god, do I sound like that? If only that was a GCSE. You know where I live as well. No, you don't. You don't know where I live. At least I hope you don't, but thank you. I appreciate that. I have a nice voice. No one's ever told me that until I started this, so that's really kind of you. I think because you're so used to hearing my voice in like 14 different subjects, you must be like, and I'm not posh. Everyone used to call me that, but I'm not posh. I don't know, speak differently. But I didn't grow up posh or anything, or privileged. I went to quite an underprivileged school, to be fair. There were chavs and roadmen and everything. So I've experienced the ends. I do wear glasses, yeah. But I feel like most of us do. At this point, my eyesight's so bad. I used to not have to wear glasses, and then only recently. Really? Oh, thank you, Chidima. Yeah, how many of you guys wear glasses? I want to know. I can tell you some more random information if you want to know. I think one day you guys will be able to figure me out. I don't think I'll be safe for long. When's my birthday? Oh, that's a good question. I should. I can tell you what month it is. You guys have to guess. How long have I been wearing glasses? Like a year, maybe 2 years. I can't even remember. But it's like the eyesight has degraded so quickly. Can I cook? Yeah, I can. But yeah, I mean, oh, to an extent. I love cooking. It's nice. I love doing loads of things though. So. I can't say your name. Is it Zephyr? Zephyr? I'm not sure. I don't want to. I'm scared of saying people's names wrong because that's just mean, and my name's always been pronounced wrong. So. September, October. Yeah, I should make waffles on results day. I should make like a special video where like I make waffles saying something. Elkie? Is that how you say your name? Elkie? I love how you guys want me to say your names. September. No one said my birthday month yet, so let's see. Well, when are your birthdays? I want to know when your birthdays are. You guys are such little young babies, so cute. I feel like you were just born and you're doing your GCSEs. Robert. It's not that difficult. Oh, thank you. October, June. You guys have got interesting birthdays. Okay, no one said my. Oh, somebody said my birthday. Or month, not my actual day, but. Shaylin, well done. Mr. O, answer streak of 4, well done. The tables have changed since I was waffling on. Snick Rats, well done. Fletcher, well done. I'm not going to say the fourth one. What a horrible name. Well done, Jim. Why do you want to know my hair color? That's a bit odd, don't you think? I mean, if I'm South Asian, I feel like there's only one choice for my hair color, right? It's blonde. It's definitely blonde. Guys, I can't believe you're guessing my hair color. I already told you it's effectively is brown or black or whatever you prefer. Probably the same as most of yours, whoever's South Asian here. Or even just any type of Asian. Most Asians have like dark hair. Say your name. Is it Anshul? Anshul? I don't know how to say your name. Is that correct? Do tell me if I'm wrong. Oh, we've got podium. Okay, well done. So third place, Shaylin. Well done. Second place, Tree. Well done. And first place, Ava. Well done, everybody. And who's third? Who's fourth with? Nicole and Smiley Face. See, these are nice names. Well done. And I think it's all girls. I'm not sure about Tree, but most of you girls, well done for winning. Okay. Well, the last couple of questions for everybody else as well. Should I dye my hair cherry cola? Go ahead. I always thought that people who dye their hair red, it either really suits them or it really doesn't. But just you need to like use those filters to see if it will suit you before you do it. I'm not married. No, I'm not married. Why do I diss the dudes like that? Because girl power, you know what I mean? I went to all girls schools, so literally no interaction with others. Call me aunt. You call me whatever, to be fair, as long as it's not rude. No, I didn't go to a grammar school actually. Well, no. I went to a Catholic school. Okay. Podium. So Jay is third place. Well done. Second is Luca. And first place. Hi, well done to you guys. And fourth and fifth, let's see who they are. Fourth is Lewis and fifth is Mer. Again, boys seem to have won this one. I'm not sure about the Hi and Jay, but well done to you guys. See, so it's fair. Even split. Oh yeah, Primrose Kitten dyes her hair, doesn't she? But she actually suits it, and she has really nice eyes, doesn't she? I feel like she's really sweet. Like she's always asking you guys to have mental health breaks and all of that. It's very nice. That's pretty much all we had when I was doing my GCSEs. And probably Mr. Sal's as well, or Sally's, or however you say his name. And Mr. Bruff. But Mr. Bruff, where has he even gone? Like, there's such a big hype, and now it's like no one even speaks. Yeah, hello, lovelies. That's what she says. Doesn't she say, hello, lovelies? Oh, the memories. Oh yeah, Dystopia Junkie. I've seen him recently. Do you want me to start a new Kahoot for you guys who are just left one, or what do you want to do? Do you want to do a non-related one, like non-bio? There are a lot of questions in this. Xenomorph created a very in-depth one, which is quite useful. My birthday month. It is the game is not that long actually. It's actually no, to be fair, it is long. For the ones who are doing combined, there's only 36 questions. Oh, we've got the podium here. Okay. So third place Fletcher Gerald, second place Jay, and first place is who? Snick Rats. Interesting name. And fourth is SK, fifth is Mr. Brev. Okay. Again, sounds like mostly boys there. Well done anyway. Anyway. How is Mr. Brev playing multiple different games? Okay, yeah, let me find another Kahoot for you guys to do. Let's make it unrelated. Let's do general knowledge. Or let's do general knowledge or something fun. Goodbye, Anshul. I hope I'm saying your name right. It was lovely having you here. We're still doing more Kahoots, but this is kind of like the procrastination zone. So everyone's saying flags or general knowledge. The general knowledge one seemed to be quite boring though. Oh. Do I like reading books? I do like reading books. I love it. It's so fun. I used to not like reading it. I never really read anything in secondary school or even sixth form, but then I read now a lot. I know that I can't do music because I always get copyrighted whenever I do music. Like I can't, my video gets taken down, so I literally have to cut it out. Oh, what about history? History's a good one. Although I don't want to put too much like confusing knowledge into your head. Okay, I'll do movies. Movies seems to be a general one most people like. If you don't like movies, I think you're alone in that because I'm not sure. Do you guys like books? You know, I want to know. What do you guys want to do when you grow up? Like, what jobs do you want to go? Do you want to go to doctors, dentistry, lawyers, accountants, bus driver? What do you want to do when you're old? I want to know that. We'll do movies. Oh, you want to be a child dentist? That's so cute. Isn't that a specific name for that? Is that what dentist is that? Entrepreneur, lovely. A data scientist, astrophysicist. Wow, you guys have got some really nice aspirations. I want to know what you do, what you end up doing. That'd be amazing. I'm trying to find something that's relevant to you. Why can't I find a fun Kahoot? Oh, give me a sec. Okay, we're gonna do 2017 in movies because you guys must have been awake or like old enough to know things in that year. How old were you in 2017? That was how many years ago? Um, 7 years ago. So what, are you 16 now? 15 now? You'd been 8. Okay. Well, maybe you'd have some sort of idea. I do not know who these is. You only watch Bollywood movies. You know that is a good thing in itself. I love Bollywood movies. I used to watch a lot of old ones, but I don't really watch the new ones. I haven't watched Bollywood movies in ages because I've just been doing lives this past like year. But lives are more fun. I get to interact with more people. Okay, before we even, where is that? No, we're not having that today. Or that. Okay, if you want to join the other 2017 in movies, you can join this Kahoot here, and let's start that game. You don't have to be Indian just to watch Bollywood, by the way, guys. As another hint. Okay, we've got results. Finally. So, third place is Liv. Second place is Shrey. And first place is without the dot. Well done to you guys. And fourth and fifth, Sigma, and fifth is Una. Okay. Yeah, I'll do another link. Here, that's another game. Just showing the results there. Yeah. Here's the link, so you can access that. Oh, can you not see the... Can you not see the screen? 1 second, sorry. Okay, and for the people who've been unable to join that game, you can join this game instead. Oasis. What's my favorite food? I don't know. I can't give it away. That would give too much away. What's your favorite food? I don't know about you guys. Here's the link to the other game for those of you who've just joined. Okay. I'm surprised there's still so many of you who are still playing because I feel like there's more people playing the Kahoot than actually in the live, which is odd. I think it's because people are playing multiple. Wow, this game is filling up really quickly. Nope. 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 Okay, and we'll start this one. Sorry for those of you who weren't able to join that. There's one more here, but I will actually need to let this go. Is it a hard Kahoot? Oh, interesting. I think because you guys were so young, like I'm able to answer this because probably I was not as young as you guys. Oh yeah, guys, I want to know what languages you speak. Now I'm actually interested. If you speak more than English, let me know in the chat what you guys speak. I want to see. And if also I can speak to anyone if anyone else speaks my language. Wow, nice. Wow, Yoruba, Cantonese, Chinese, Hindi, Spanish, Urdu, Arabic, Punjabi, Swedish, Dutch, Mandarin, Persian, Gujarati, French, Igbo, Tamil, Italian, Arabic, Romanian, Spanish. You guys are amazing. That's actually really incredible. Well done. I mean, you probably got your parents to thank, but if you went and learnt it yourself. Okay, well done, Waffle 2. You're winning that game. I pressed that too quickly. I don't know who won them. Elkie is winning that game. Well done. I can't speak my language. Of course, you will know instantly. Or, I mean, not instantly, but some of you might know. Okay. Okay. Well done to those people still ploughing on with the GCSE biology ones. You're still doing an excellent job. Everyone else out here is finished and doing Kahoots about movies from 2017. Goodbye, unknown girl. It was nice knowing you. The bio one is almost done, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, you guys have GCSEs tomorrow. I appreciate that you're spending the time playing Kahoots with me. Mr. O is still winning that. Wow, is Mr. O on too? Mr. Brev. What is it with the misters? Elkie's winning that. Goon is going to second place. JJS is winning that. Mahmood is third. We'll probably continue for a couple more minutes and then we'll have to end at 10 because I need you guys to go to sleep so you can wake up and smash those exams tomorrow. It's in the afternoon in a sense, so. Can I make another movies one? Sure. I'm sorry, if those of you who don't want to do the Kahoots and want to do biology revision, feel free to go ahead. We've been doing biology, but this is just a chill for those of you who want to have a bit of a relax, because it's hard to it's gonna be impossible to say that you're gonna study 100% productively the moment you get home. So it's good to have a bit of rest. I did that as well. Goodbye, tree. It was nice seeing you. You hate morning exams. I used to like morning exams because I would come home and I would sleep the rest of the day. It was amazing. And then I would literally just wake up early and revise the next day. I would love morning exams. I didn't like afternoon because I had to just turn up, you know, and it was just too late. And it's like the anticipation. Exactly. Morning exams are better. Don't worry, guys. Keep plowing through for the biology. You're almost done. Sound like your half sister. That's such a weird thing to say. Some of you guys in the names, you really have some interesting thought processes. And I can tell it's not the girls doing those stupid names. The maturity levels are like, there's a stark difference. I never used to experience that going to an all girls school. It would just be, everyone was kind of on the same level. Okay, one of this has, you guys have won. So you've got Goon first, Elkie second, Smiley Face third. Well done to you guys. The other games are kind of finishing now, so we'll probably end them soon. All girls schools are chaotic, but I wouldn't change it because I think it was easier to not get distracted, you know what I mean? It was very nice. It was very, I loved it. At least when I was there, there was a great sense of like community. There wasn't like the being rude to each other as there is now. But then I changed schools, so I went to a different school, and then that was really horrible. But see, so I went to a good girls school and a bad girls school. It depends on the school you go to. No, boys aren't bad. The ones on here at least aren't bad. There's some people who are a bit, especially the Google Meet that traumatized everyone. But you guys seem to be okay. Yeah, it is rough, isn't it? I went to like the Catholic one I went to was amazing. It was so nice. Everyone was lovely. And then I changed schools and oh, that was horrible. I was literally bullied. It was very sad. But I'm glad I'm out of that now. And don't worry, for any of you who's experiencing that, you're literally almost done with your scores. So you'll be free and you won't have to think about them again. You'll make new friends. Okay, well done, Win-Win, and well done, Mr. O. Everyone's slowly finishing, which is amazing. People hated you too, Chidima. Well, aren't they? You know what? People only hate other people when they're insecure of them. So they clearly saw something in you that they wanted for themselves. Don't worry. I like you, Chidima, and that's all you need. I wonder how all boys schools are like. Like, is it horrible as like girls schools? Okay, looking at the combined science one, you've got Vida third place. Well done. Second, Mr. O. And first place, Evie. Well done to you three. Amazing job. And well done to everybody playing that game. You went through a lot of questions. Okay. Mm. Almost done with these Kahoots. Bye, Elkie. Thank you for joining. It was lovely having you. I'll do another. I'm not going to do any more after this because it's probably time for you guys to go to sleep. I'm surprised, Elkie, you're hungry to eat now, but fair enough. I get up at like 12 and eat as well. So, Oasis, well done, third place. Second, you got Mr. O. Look at Mr. O winning everything, or getting the top three. Amazing. And first place, Waffle 2. Well done. Well done to you guys. I'm not showing my screen. Well, there's bugs coming into my room. That's how late it's getting. Do I teach anywhere else? No, I don't. But I was thinking, I'm getting quite good at teaching. I should like use it for something, shouldn't I? Mr. Brev is winning that one. Last question for the people doing 60 questions. Well done, you've made it. Thank you, Winnie. I appreciate that. No, I'm not a teacher. I'm a past student. But I'm saying I should. But then there's just nothing in it for like teaching. And I'll get so exposed. So, like within seconds. Okay, third place is No for biology combined. Second place is Jim. And first place is Mr. Brev. Well done to you guys. You persevered through all of those questions. Hello and Armina came fourth and fifth, and everybody else who went through all of those. Well done. Carla Moreau is third place here. Second place is Calopicius. And first place is Mahmoud. Well done. What's my plan for the summer? I mean, I don't know. I was going to just make more A-level videos, find a way to still keep in touch with you guys. I think we need to sort something out for that because I don't want to just lose you. I want to know what happens in your life. I remember all of your names now, so it's good. A levels, I did. Those of you who've heard this like a million times, but for those of you who haven't, I did physics as AS, and then for A level, maths, further maths, chemistry, and economics. So yeah. I don't know if I just should change the name to Noel for A level and GCSE. I kind of like the name Noel for GCSE, and I tried making a separate channel, but I didn't really like that because I had to keep switching. So I think I don't know what I'll do. I'll have to think of something. I did 4 A levels and an AS, so 4.5, yeah. I'm never gonna forget you guys. I'm not a nerd. I was just really hardworking. I definitely wasn't naturally smart. Nowhere near. No, I had a separate channel for A level, but I deleted it. Okay, Serena, we'll keep no for GCSE if you prefer it. Yeah, we should do a Zoom call. Yeah, as long as it's like safe. But yeah, I actually want to talk to you guys. But I know like a Google Meet was a good idea. It's just some people ruined it. Some people just had to mess it up for the most. I deleted it because I didn't like it. Like I didn't like how there was like no videos. Because on this channel, what there's like 450 videos. On that channel, there was none. It was really annoying me. Oh, thank you, Shush. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I made an academic comeback. I was on grade threes in English. I was literally on grade threes in everything, apart from a grade nine in engineering for some reason. And then I ended up getting all nines and 100% in English, just to prove all my teachers wrong. So you guys can do it too. Don't care about predicted grades. It's all about now. How did I become so good? I don't know, probably because when I changed schools, I had no friends, so I ended up having to just focus on all my studies. That's the sad truth of it. But you don't need to get rid of all your friends. You just need to focus. We did do a biology quiz. Um, God, how long ago was that? Thank you. And you guys are going to be impressive as well. I'm really excited to see what grades you get. I kind of wish I was in your year group sometimes because some of you seem so nice. I would have loved to be friends with you. Oh, you guys are my friends. Of course you are. That's the relationship you need to have. You need to be friendly with you. I don't know the teachers who think that by shouting at their students, they're going to motivate them. In no way is that true. Yeah, we are, aren't we? We are a little family. Okay, and we've got the final results. So third place, Serene's bestie. Serene is such a nice name. Second is Sheikh Mansour, if that's how you say it. And first is Mr. O again, winning. What can we say? Mr. O is just going to get those top grades, isn't he? Have you watched Gossip Girl? Guys, I don't need to watch Gossip Girl. I've experienced it firsthand. I don't know what happens to the people that are like bullies in school. Like, do they grow up and what happens to them? But we don't need to know because we're that successful, aren't we, guys? Do you want to do another biology quiz? Well, I won't forget you guys. We can do if you guys have the energy. If you have that persistence, we can do. I thought you were tired. We're not gonna do a Zoom class, not after last time. But there's only 60 people here. I mean, 60 is a lot, but not after. Although to be fair, the people here are probably like very calm. I know. It is past my bedtime. That's a joke for those of you who don't know that I actually go to sleep very early, so this is way past, but I do tuition by the way. But I mostly do this, so it's up to you. I'll try and do lives. You know what? I probably should go to sleep though, because otherwise I wake up late. And you guys should probably go to sleep as well. So we'll probably end the live here, but I will try and do lives tomorrow if you guys really like it. That's nice to see that you want to study. How did I have no friends? It's a long story, but it's that's for another live, guys. I will let you sleep now. Thank you guys for attending. Thank you for staying here till the end. Thank you for all the nice comments, and I can't wait to hear how well you did in the exam. Okay? Good luck. You probably don't need it, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Good night.